I mean, I have this perspective on that we have such a hard time seeing people in suffering, so we just quickly go to solving the problem. And so it's this selfish, perspective that we carry into it. And I'm as guilty as anybody else, probably the worst of it. But I think that that's usually what happens is I don't know what to do with this. I have not been in this situation before. And so I'm just going to try to fix it. And obviously you don't have the abuser in the room. Who do you have in the room? The one who is abused. So it's like, okay, well, let's focus on you. Right. And I mean, we were talking about this.
There's nothing to send them to.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, they don't have money maybe for a counselor.
Yeah.
At least that would be something.
Yeah.
But so they tell you and you go, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Well,
I'll pray for you. Yeah. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
Pray more. What do you do?
Yeah. Right.
Gosh. That's why the church has
to have it.
They have to think strategically about this.
Mm-hmm.
And we think strategically about a lot of things, about Bible study, about spiritual gifts, about mission. Mm-hmm. We think very strategically about those things, but we don't think strategically about this emotional healing element in people's lives who have been hurt and have been wounded. And of course, this is about the women, and we just haven't thought strategically about that. And again, the Fearless series is to help a church start thinking strategically.
Yep. Yeah.
To actually think through, this is a problem, this is a tool, and this is a track that we can get on to begin to help people who have experienced this. And it does. It absolutely does. We just had stories after stories after stories of women who just say, thank you so much for this. This has been life-changing.
Yeah.
And that's encouraging to hear that.
Yeah, well, I like so much what you're saying, that this is a group that can be run by women, for women. The pastor doesn't need to lead. And I think some pastors feel that burden of like, well, man, I've got to become the expert on everything if I'm going to help anyone. It's like, no, you just need to open the door. You just need to allow this to matter and to create community, just like you said, so that when someone does come forward, not only is there grace, but there's competency. There's the grace to be a safe place, but then the competency to follow up. And what we're trying to do, and what I hear you trying to do here, is equip the pastor to say, I'm so sorry that happened. We believe you. That's a very, very difficult situation. And we're so glad that we have this Fearless series. We'd love for you to go through it with some other women that are walking through some of the same things. And now you've got grace and competency, which leads to life transformation.
Because typically, they're not going to go to the pastor to expecting him to help them heal. They are going to someone that they view as an individual of respect and who is going to care to just tell the story. They we need to tell our story. There's tremendous power in that. And so when he is empowered with a tool and with women in the church that will take this ministry on to say, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Let me put you in a place where with other women, you can enter into this experience of healing. What that's going to mean to a woman is going to be astronomical because she doesn't expect the pastor to help her heal. She knows he doesn't know anything about it. She just wants him to hear her.
Right.
She wants to know that he cares.
Yeah.
Well, she probably did not go to him to tell him that story. She went to him to say, my third marriage is falling apart. Or I am angry all the time and I cannot figure this out.
Yeah.
And he is not equipped enough to know. Again, I'm not a male basher. I don't do that. But
except me.
On occasion. But what he needs to get educated on is that this is so prevalent.
Yeah.
And most of what she's saying, you could take a direct path to the abuse in the past. She probably has no idea because she's never told anyone, and she certainly has never dealt with it, because where do you do that?
Yeah.
Where do you go get help for that?
Yeah.
And so she's trying to fix all these things that are broken.
They have a root issue.
Yeah, and they're not going to the root. It's just watering on top, and it's not doing anything. And for her to be able to go to say, these are, I'm broken. I don't get it.
Yeah.
For him to be able to say, look at her and say, well, let me ask you, have you had abuse in your past? I don't need details.
Yeah.
I want to send you to a group that we have. And this is one thing I love about the 5 week and then the 8 week is 5 weeks is only 5 weeks. So you can open the door for these women, many who have never told anyone before, and follow it with another group starting up. If you're able to do that, have a facilitator and are committed to it, start another one pretty quickly so that once you identify people that are hurting, they don't have to wait and wait and wait to get some help because they may go away.
Right.
Yeah, so good.